not doing that. I don't need nobody right now. What I need is for you to help me find housing. I don't need nothing about a man at this present time. What are you talking about? Hi, Dawnies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel and you like listening to fun, sad, ridiculous stories, please subscribe. Mom would say it's like a bad sitcom. Now, forgive me for the angle. You know, you got to stage the room before you get started. But let's get into the story. So this story is about a case manager that was supposed to be helping me um, find shelter through, well, we're just going to talk about it. I got some, besides my physical issues, I have some mental health issues. Anyway, he was supposed to help me with that, but I think he had other things in mind. And yeah, so let's give you the details of what happened. So this case manager, like when you first look at him, he could have been attractive, but just because you're tall and you dress well doesn't make you attractive. Because I'm into straight teeth, and his two front teeth look like they were fighting each other, and I'm like, well, you can dress well, but I'm gonna need you to get your teeth fixed. So as you know, I'm working on boundaries, working on, okay, you're in my personal space, even my personal psyche space. You can't take over what's going on in my mind. I give you so much leeway, but there's a cutoff. Anyhow, so with that said, I'm with my help of my mental health counselor, I'm working through these things. So there was a couple times he said some inappropriate things, and I was like, whoa, buddy, what you doing? So like I said, he's supposed to be helping me find housing. However, me trying to save a black man's job, since they always saying we putting a black man down, I didn't report it right away. Actually, I didn't report it at all, but things came to fruition all by itself, but we're going to get into those details. So the first inappropriate thing he said to me, this was our third time meeting, and I don't know why he felt comfortable to say what he said. But after a while, I had to stand up because my back was hurting. And for some reason, this dude is like, oh, you need a man to rub your back down. And I'm like, no, my body's a temple and we're not doing that. I don't need nobody right now. What I need is for you to help me find housing. I don't need nothing about a man at this present time. What are you talking about? And my roommates are back there. Y'all want to come in? At the time, I'm sorry, they distracted me. So he tried to deflect and saying, no, I just mean you need a man that can help you. I'm still dealing with my fiance dying so many months prior. And I'm like, why are you deflecting and not just saying what it is? You were trying to be inappropriate, and then I caught you and you're trying to clean it up. Don't clean it up. So once the appointment was over, I felt a little, no, I mean a lot uneasy. While I was at home, I thought to myself, I need to address this, because another thing I'm working on is getting in touch with my feelings, because I'll let things build up and then I attack, and that's not good. So, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with that situation. So when we meet again, I'm going to bring it up. So when I brought up the situation the next time we were meeting, I told him that, I didn't tell him anything because yet again, I'm working on not being passive aggressive. But I was like, what kind of aura or vibe do I have where men think they can just say anything to me? Here I am trying to find housing. The last man I was trying to find, he rented the apartment out from under me. So I'm just like, what kind of vibe am I putting off where y'all think this is cool? It's not cool. Anyway, the case manager, of course, never really answered my question. He basically was like, oh, well, Do you want to tell my supervisor? Do you want a different case manager? I think somewhere in there he apologized. I don't know. I just know at the time I was desperate. I thought he could help me with housing, so I didn't want to have to start all over again because it took me 6 months to get this case manager. That particular county that I was in, everything's slow, backwards, and just beyond. So time went on, and I'm still working with this case manager, and every now and then he's on his best behavior. And I'm working with him for like maybe 6, 7 months, and I'm like, what's going on with the housing? And he's basically saying because my psychosis isn't as severe as whatever is on the documentation, that is, there's some things I need to overcome. And my physicists, they don't help with the physical part of it. They just help with the mental part of it. Anyway, so there was a time I was staying with someone else because I've been staying from place to place that he was helping me get some food. And so I came to the office to get the food. And I was like, what can you do? I mean, like, should we stop working together because you're not really able to assist me? And for some reason, here he goes again. This fool had the nerve to say, well, you can come live with me. I mean, I'll stay upstairs while you stay downstairs, and, you know, you will have a safe place to stay. Yet again, my passive aggressive self was like, I don't think you should say that to me. I did say this out loud. I don't think you should say that to me because I'm sure you want to keep your license, right? Because with him being a case manager, he has to have a license. And if he loses his license, he can't be a case manager anywhere else. So I'm going to need you to think about what you're doing in this situation. You're at work. Work your job like you're supposed to be working your job. So that was the end of that meeting. And then one day he called me. Oh, yeah. During that meeting, he said, oh, he ran into some lady who also can assist with housing, whatever. When he picked up my food. So he called me sometime later. Time had went past. I was like, what's going on? Did you call the lady? Should I call the lady? And at first, with him wanting to be in control, because you know how inappropriate people are, they always want to be in control. Originally he was like, oh no, let me call her. But I knew I should have called the lady myself. Anyhow. So the time we were supposed to meet, he called me. He was like, we have to postpone our meeting because we have to postpone our appointment because he had a meeting to go to. I don't know what the meeting was about at the time, but I'm speculating. I'm putting some pieces together, and I think I know what happened, especially if he was inappropriate with me. I don't know who else he was inappropriate with. The following day, I met with my mental health counselor, who was kind of disheveled, basically telling me after she's done with my appointment that she has to write up a report because she was the one that had to report it, but she didn't really go into details. But I think she was talking about the caseworker. I really do. And but of course she can't go into those details. But I was just like, yeah. And let me tell you how I really put these two pieces together. After our appointment, I asked to speak to my case manager because he usually had my mail, and he would give me my mail. And the manager of the office kind of gave me this look, and the receptionist said, "Oh, so and so was her case manager," and she's just looking like. So she went to the back, got my mail, fine. Then by this time I moved to a different county, but somehow they still had me. I mean, sometime later I moved to a different county, and then somehow they still had me under them, and I'm like, no, we need to get this fixed. So I came back. It may have been like 3 months later. I came back and I asked another lady. I was like, my case manager is not around anymore. And she kind of gave me this look like, girl, if I could only tell you, but I can't tell you. No, he's not here anymore. Well, Dawnies, that's my speculation of the case manager that got fired for misconduct. If you have a job that requires a license, I need you to remember where you work and don't be trying to flirt on the job. because that's not healthy, especially if somebody's going through mental health. You don't know what kind of psychosis they have. They might have some trauma about some man way back when that did something wrong to them, and here you go talking crazy. Anyway, Dawnies, remember to toast to life. It always makes for a great story. Remember to check out my other content on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you next week. Bye.